Guys, if you have never used this IDE before, then this video is for you. By the end of this video, you will not only run your first Java program, but you will also learn how to add multiple JDKs inside this IDE, how to work with multiple projects at the same time, how to work with multiple tabs, and many more useful features. So guys, when you open first time this IDE, you will see this interface. This IDE is saying if you want to run a Java program, first create a Java project. So I will click on this new project and the first field is name. This is simply the name of your Java project. You can type anything you like. For example, I will name it app_1, right? Now the next section is location. Here it's asking where you want to save your Java project. For that, I will create one folder on desktop. So just right click here and I will choose here new and then click on folder and I will name it Java_course, right? And now from here I will choose this folder. I will go to desktop and now I will choose this Java course and then you have to click on select folder. Now the next section is JDK, right? Now by default, it will detect your JDK automatically if you have JDK installed. In my case, it has detected JDK 21, 17 and 1.8 because I have these installed in my system, right? But maybe in your case, if you have JDK installed and it does not appear here, then you have to click on this add JDK from disk and you have to browse the location where your JDK is installed. So here I'm going to choose this Java 21, right? Now here I'm going to uncheck this add sample code. Otherwise it will automatically create a sample file called man.java. But I want to show you how to create everything from scratch. So just click on create. Now guys, this is the main interface of IntelliJ IDEA. This section is called as project panel. This is where you will find all the files and folders that belong to your Java project. And this section is called as editor. This is where you will write, edit and read your Java codes. Okay, now rule number 1. Always create your Java package and classes or interfaces inside the src folder because the compiler looks in this folder to compile your Java code. Just right click on src and choose here Java class. I will name it test and hit enter. As you can see, the font size is very small. So to increase the font size, we have a beautiful shortcut and that is Alt Shift plus dot. As you can see, I'm increasing the font, right? And if you want to decrease the font, you have to again hit Alt Shift plus comma, right? To decrease the font. But I will increase it to 23. Now I need one man method. For that I will type here MAIN and now just hit enter. As you can see, I got the man method. Now I need one println method. For that I will type here one shortcut and that is sout and now hit enter. As you can see, the println method is here. Now suppose I want to print welcome to Java, right? Now first I need to compile this code, right? But this IDE has a built-in feature called auto compilation, which means it will compile your code automatically. You do not need that Javac and all. Now you might ask, how will I know if I have a compile time error? Now if I miss this semicolon here, as you can see, the red line just came. This is a compile time error. So whenever you see a red underline like this, it usually means there is a compile time error. Now sometimes it highlights the text in red. Now for example, if I change this s to lowercase s, as you can see this red color, right? So this is a compile time error. So in both the cases, you should check and fix the error before running your program. Okay, now this IDE have one more feature called auto save, which means you do not need to type Ctrl S to save the code. It saves your code automatically. But don't worry, once you become a developer, you will still press Ctrl plus S out of habit. Now how to run the code? Just hit this icon. As you can see, this run icon here. Just hit this icon. As you can see guys, I got the output which is word welcome to Java. Now you can also hide this console. Just drag it down, or you can just simply click here. Just click on this, and now when you run this again, and now you will see this console again. Okay, so just hide it from here. Now if you want a full screen, so what you have to do is just double click on this tab, and you want it back again, just double click on this, or you can also click on this, and you want it back, just click again, or just hold your mouse. You can simply drag it like this or this as per your wish. Okay, now I will create two classes. The first class is, I'll type here welcome, and the next class which I am going to create, and that is example, right? Example, and hit enter. So far everything is going well, but if I keep adding more and more classes, things will get difficult. Why? Suppose you have one big folder on your computer, namely XYZ. Inside that folder you have some 100 text files, 100 Java files, and 200 photos, and many other files. Now if you don't organize them into separate folders, managing everything becomes difficult. So what you will do, you will create folders inside XYZ like text folder, Java folder, and photos folder, so that it will become easy for you to manage. Now same is the case, this src is just like that big folder. Right now all our Java classes are inside it, but as our project grows, it will become harder to manage. So to solve this problem, Java is saying use folders to organize them, and in Java those folders are called packages. So I will first close these classes for time being. Just click here and then click on this and then click on this. Now how to create a Java package? Just right click on src and go here, and you have to choose here package. Now as per Java naming conventions, package names should always be written in lowercase. I will name it pkg1 and hit enter, right? And in this package I will create one Java class and I will name it hello1 and hit enter. Now here I will create one more package and I will name that package pkg2. Now if I want, I can also move these classes into package 2 just to keep everything organized. So how to move? Just click on this and hold shift, then click on this and then this, and now hold your mouse and drag it in pkg2 and click on refactor, and here click on refactor. As you can see here, this package 2 have 3 classes, right? You can have any number of classes in package 2 and any number of classes in package 1, and in fact any number of packages in your Java project. Now can we create a package and a class in just one step? Well, the answer is yes, but how? Just right click on src, and choose here Java class. Now you have to first type the package name. I will type here pkg3. Okay, then you have to type here dot. Dot is mandatory, otherwise it will not create the package and the class at the same time. And finally type the class name. I will type here hello1 and hit enter. As you can see that it automatically creates both the package and hello1 class, right? Now guys, here is one important point, and that is this hello1 is in package 1 and this hello1 is in package 3. So they are not same, they are totally different. Although the class names are same, but Java sees them as two different classes because they belong to a different package, right? Which means they belong to a different folder. Okay, I have multiple tabs open, right? Now if I want to see this tab, I need mouse click, right? And to see this tab, I again need a mouse click. And same is the case if I want to see this tab, I need a mouse click. But for that we have one beautiful shortcut, and that is just hold the Alt key and press the left or right arrow keys. As you can see, I am able to see all the tabs very easily, right? And now suppose I want to close all the tabs at the same time. So what you can do is just right click on any tab. For example, I will click on this, just right click on this, and I will choose this close all tabs option. It will close all the tabs at the same time. And we have one more option here, close other tabs. Now what does other tabs means here? Now see here, close other tabs means hey, close every tab except the current tab. Now what is current tab? Current tab means if I click on this will become my current tab. And if I click on this will become my current tab. And if I click on this, then this will become my current tab, right? So if I want to close all the tabs except this hello one which is in package 3, so what you can do is just right click and you can use this close other tabs. But we have a shortcut for that, and that is just hold your Alt key and click on this. As you can see, all the tabs are closed except this hello one which is in package 3. Okay, I'm going to open this all tabs again, test tab and this welcome tab and again this hello one tab, right? Okay, if you right click on this, as you can see, we have one more option here, close tabs to right. Close tabs to right means, hey, close all the tabs which are right side of my current tab. Now this is my current tab, and I want to close all the tabs which are the right side of my current tab. So what you can do is just right click and you have to choose this close tabs to right. As you can see, all the right side tabs are gone. Okay, I will just reopen these files again. Just click on this and this welcome and this hello, right? Now this is my current tab. Okay, now if I right click on this, as you can see, I have one more option here, close tabs to left. Close tabs to left means close all the tabs which are left side of this current tab. So if I click here, close all the tabs to left, as you can see, all the left side tabs are gone. Now suppose I am working on example.java and I also want to look at hello1.java. But if I click on hello1, I cannot see this example.java, and if I click this example, I cannot see this hello1.java, right? So if you want to see both the classes at the same time, just right click on this and you have to choose here this option which is split and move right. Okay, now this way I can work with two different files at the same time. I can work here, I can also work here, right? And if you want to go back, just right click on this and you have to choose unsplit. And you can also use the shortcut, just click on this and hold your mouse and drag it like this, and just hold again and drag it back. Or you can also drag it down just like this and just hold your mouse and drag it back. But wait, we have one more option, and that is just right click on this and choose here open tab in new window. So instead of showing both the files in the same window, it opens the file in another window. Now if you use here Alt plus tab, now I have two separate window and I can work on both files at the same time very easily, right? And if you want to go back, just close this from here. Now you are back here. Okay, now I will open this example 2 here. Now suppose your Java file has 24 or 25 lines of code, okay? And you want to see line number 7 and line number 24 at the same time. That is easy. I can scroll up and down, right? It's not a problem. But tomorrow your Java file have 500 or even 800 lines of code. Now imagine this line number 7 contain this add method call, and the actual add method is on, for example, just imagine on line number 700, right? Just imagine. Now if I keep scrolling up and down to see both, it will become difficult and wastes time because the lines are 700. So for that we have one option, and that is I will first close this example and hello 1. So the option is just right click on this and then click on split right. Now split right divides the editor into two sections, allowing me to view two different parts of the same file at the same time. Now I can easily see here the line number 7, and when I go here I can now easily see line number 24. I can now see the format of add method, what variable it uses or anything else I need without scrolling up and down again and again. Now how to add multiple JDKs? Just click here and you have to click this project structure, and now just expand this SDK tab here. Now it's showing me here 17 and 1.8. I did not configure these manually. It automatically detected 17 and 8 because they are already installed on my computer, right? Now I will click this JDK 1.8 and now I will click on apply and then OK, right? Now if I open any class, now for example this hello 1, and now I will type here man, and if I type here where x is equal to hello, right, and suppose I want to print this value of x, so s out and x. As you can see that I am getting compile time error. Java 8 is saying, hey, what is this where? I don't know anything about it. Why? Because where was introduced in Java 10, and right now this project is using Java 8, and that's why we are getting this compile time error, right? Now if I change this to Java 8 to Java 21 or 17, just click here, and if I change it to, for example, Java 17 and then click here, okay, as you can see this red line is now gone, right? Now if I run this code, just click on this, as you can see I got the output which is word hello, and I'm using Java 17. And guys, if you want, you can remove any JDKs as well. Just click here, and first I will choose which JDK I want to use. Now suppose I want to use this Java 21, click here, apply, and now click on this SDKs which is under platform settings, click on this, and now click on 1.8 and click on this delete, remove, and 17 click on remove, and now OK. If you want to change the package name or class name, that's very easy. What you have to do is just right click on the pkg1 and you have to choose here rename. Now suppose I want to change its name to folder 1, right, and click on a refactor. As you can see the name got changed. And if you want to change a class name, you have two options. The first option is just right click on hello 1 and choose rename, right? But the second option is just remove this hello 1 from here and type any name which you want. Now for example, I want hello 1 to be hello 100, right? Now if you hover over this line, you will see I got this rename file. Just click on this, that's it, it got changed. Okay guys, I want to create a brand new Java project. As of now, our app 1 is open, right? Now how to create a new Java project? Just click here and then choose here project. Okay. Now I will expand this to here just like this, and now I will name it app underscore 2, right? The folder is same, right? And now I'll expand this JDK tab and I'm going to use 1.8 for example, right, and click on create. Now when you click on create, you will get three options here. The first one is this window, add new window. Now if I click on this window, it will close my current project which is app 1, and it will open a new project which is app 2, right? Now see here, I will click on this window. As you can see, app 1 is closed and app 2 is now open. Just click on this exclude folders, otherwise the Windows Defender will keep scanning this folder, which may lag this IDE. Okay. Now as you can see, the app1 is closed and app2 is now open. And now here point to be noted, app1 is not deleted, it's just closed, right? You can open it anytime. Now I will create one class, just right click on src and I will name it Java 8. So we know this project is using JDK 8. Now I'm going to create one more Java project. Just click on this project and this time I will name it app_3. Everything is same and this time I will choose JDK 17 and now click on this create. And now this time I will not choose this window. I will explain what is this new window. Now new window mean keep my current project open, which is app2, and open one more project but in a different window, which means I will have two windows at the same time. Now if I click on new window, as you can see the app2 is open and app3 is also open, right? Now I will do one thing, I will use Alt and Tab. Now this is my app2 and this is my app3, right? I will just right click on src and I will write here one class and I will name it Java 17. Hit enter. Now when you use Alt plus Tab, you will see this project is using Java 8 and this project is using Java 17. I can now work both the projects at the same time. Now guys, suppose I want to reopen that app1 project, right? So what you can do is just click on file and click on recent projects. As you can see, I got this app1 project. Just click on this. Now I will use this window. Now as you can see, this is our app1. Okay. Now guys, the very first shortcut is, suppose I want to duplicate this line. I will not use here Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. Instead, just place the cursor anywhere on the line and hit Ctrl+D. As you can see, I am getting duplicates. And now suppose I want to delete this line. Again, just place the cursor here, here or here, and now hit Ctrl+Y. As you can see, the line is gone. Again, click on line number 10 and then use Ctrl+Y. The line is gone. Okay, the next shortcut is, suppose I want to commit this line. So what you can do is just click on this line and you have to press Ctrl/. And if you want to uncommit, again Ctrl/. You can also commit multiple lines at the same time. Just do like this and use Ctrl/. And again, if you want to uncommit these lines, just again hit Ctrl/. Now guys, shortcut number 4 is, as you can see, my code is not formatted, right? But we have a beautiful shortcut, and that is Ctrl+Alt+L. As you can see, it got formatted. And now guys, the shortcut number 5th is, suppose this class has lots of methods and you want to quickly see all of them. Just press Ctrl+F12. As you can see, the methods in the white are the ones that I created, and the darker ones are inherited from Java's object class. That means by default, every Java class will get these methods automatically. But you can also uncheck this inherited members. Now as you can see very easily your custom methods. Shortcut number 6. For example, I want to change this welcome1 method into greeting1 method. And same is the case welcome2 to greeting2. Which means where there is welcome, I want to change it to greeting. Now I could change them one by one, but that would take a lot of time, right? So for that we have a beautiful shortcut, and that is just do like this and press Ctrl+Alt+Shift+J. And now I will type here greeting, Greeting. And when you are done, just press escape key. And now as you can see, they all got changed. Now The next shortcut is, suppose I want to see where is this greeting for method declared, right? So what you can do is just click on this method and hit Ctrl B. As you can see, it took me directly to method declaration. And in fact, you can also use it to jump to any class declaration. Now, for example, if I go here and I will type here S out. And now if I place the cursor on the system and press Ctrl V, as you can see, it took me directly to built-in system class declaration. System is a class in Java and this is word final, right? And in fact, if I put the cursor on the println method and hit Ctrl V, as you can see, this is the println method declaration and it's in print stream built-in class, right? And now if you want to see how many methods are present in this built-in class, just press what? Ctrl F12. As you can see, these are the methods present in print stream class, right? Okay, you might notice these lock and unlock icons. What do they mean? It's actually very simple. The unlock icons means the method is public, so any class can use it. And the lock icon means the method is private, so it's only used by the print stream class internally. Now, if you click any of the class which is log, just click on this IMPL new line. This is private, right? Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you want to learn Eclipse IDE with the same in-depth explanation, the video is linked above. Be sure to check it out. If you found this helpful, do like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.